I mention that because I think private sector experience is something that I bring to this position that the other candidates don't. For over 50 years, my family employed 30 plus people. I was very proud of what we were able to do for the community and do for our employees. And unfortunately, when you're in the business world, you kind of have to look at things. You don't spend money you don't have. And sometimes I think government needs to run more like a business. That's one of the points I wanted to bring up with my experience there. When I wasn't working, I spent a lot of time involved in community service groups. I've been in Kiwanis. I'm an honorary member of a Rotary group. I have been involved in many fundraising activities in the community. American Cancer Society Relay for Life is probably the one I'm most proud of, where I alone raised about $35,000 to help members in the community. And I'm sure everyone here has been touched by cancer, and you realize how important fundraising is in this community. It's great how they respond. Other than being involved in community service in that way, I've also been involved with business groups such as Chamber of Commerce, Convention and Visitors Bureau, and the California Restaurant Association. And those are the areas that really piqued my interest in the political process. I decided that there's a way to get involved beyond on the peripheral, edge of things, and that was to put my neck out and run for office, which I did in 2000 for the office of City Council. I was elected in 2000, I was reelected in 2004, and then I was elected to mayor in 2006. The reason I wanted to tell you this is I want you to know a little bit about who I am, how I got to where I am today, and why I'm here asking you to consider supporting me. I'm ready to make positive change in Humboldt County. I have a passion for this community. I've lived here all my life, and I'm not going anywhere else. This is where I want to be and where I want my family to come back and live. Frankly, I'm seeing us be stuck in a downward spiral, however, and that really concerns me. It's like the definition of insanity. We're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And I think it's time to do something different, and I think now is the time for that change. But it's not up to one person. I can't do it. Pat Cleary can't do it. None of you up there can do it alone. We have to work with the community, and that's an ability that I have, is to bring the different sides together and work for a common goal. In this community, we have a diverse group of views, as you all know. Let's take the economy as an example. We know that people need to be put to work. But we have different ideas of what that looks like. How do I put it? A supervisor's job is not to create jobs. What the supervisor does is foster an environment where jobs can be created. I think what the supervisors do is work with the community and bring the different views together so that we can make it happen, because that's what's most important. I do think that supervisors have the
4 minutes.
Okay. City Council has a 30-second limit when they tell you it's coming up.
You know what? I could keep going. Fill us with
the basic thing is working together for a common goal, working with those in the community, and finding out what works best and what's the best fit for Humboldt County. And I think in basic, it's working together. Just 2 endorsements I want to mention. I did get the Humboldt Deputy Sheriff's Organization and the Building Trades Council, Building Trades and Construction Council. Sorry I took too much time.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
Are there questions from county members? The first, Pam?
Yes, Virginia. You have been elected 3 times as a Republican.
Yes.
The predominance of your supporters are Republicans. The Republican Women's Club is regularly met at your restaurant. In the past, as far as I could tell, you have voted and talked largely like a Republican. Why is it that you have suddenly changed your registration to Democrat, and what makes you think that you deserve the endorsement of the local Democratic Party?
Well, Pam, thanks for asking. And to be honest, at the restaurant, anyone who wants to come in and pay money, I'd have been more than happy to have. So that goes for Democrats, Republicans alike. This isn't a sudden change, but I can understand how it feels that way to you. I think changing parties is a very personal decision people make. And when I think of local offices and the nonpartisan nature, the decisions that I make, I don't believe have anything to do with party lines. I do what I believe is best for the community. But I will tell you, when it comes to what happens on the national level, I have some serious issues with the Republican Party as far as a woman's right to choose. We're in a country fighting wars. I don't know why. My son is a Marine. I worry about him every day, and I question why are we there. I believe that people who love each other, who are of the same sex, have a right to be together. And I think it's abominable that we bail out big business, because no one's going to bail out the small guy. So those are some issues I had with the Republican Party. So I'm not sure if that answered your question, but you know, that's basically it in a nutshell.
Andy Byrd?
Virginia, I want to welcome you to the Democratic Party, and I do think that your switching to the Democrats was genuine, and you brought up something that I wanted to ask you for 4 years, and it's going to put you on the hot seat a little bit, but I think you're well equipped to handle that. In 2006, there was a resolution before the city council, when you were on the city council, to support same-sex marriage. And you voted against that resolution, and it struck me that you were even hostile towards that resolution, and I just wondered if you could explain why.
Certainly. Actually, it was a very difficult position to be in because I support the concept. I did not feel that it was a city issue. And I had a lot of friends unhappy with me for having that belief. But again, I did not think it was a city issue. By the same token, you know, I've gone on record stating, and I've had people come to my door, some Republicans that come knocking, but yes, they're my friends too. And I just looked at them and said, don't bother knocking on my door because we're not going to talk about this. And, you know, I fully support the right for people to be together. I was fortunate enough to attend a few weddings when they were legal. And I'll tell you, some of the couples that I know that are same-sex couples are more committed and have longer-lasting marriages or relationships than a lot of other folks I know. So I understand that it seems inconsistent. I just didn't feel it was a city matter. But personally, I had very different feelings.
Thank you very much.